You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check is I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession, all in his possession. You got their attention, I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off, I'ma break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life, better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss, just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And all the doubters, they're just downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. Let's go. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring. Yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring. How you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart? Are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs. Are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome. It is Sunday, and as the intro was rolling in, I started thinking I may or may not have a live stream next Saturday. I'm gonna try to. I don't know. It might have to be earlier. It might most likely have to be later. I don't really know yet, but next Saturday, there's a few things going on, and one is obviously the little one's birthday is next Saturday. On top of that, early in the morning at the town, about a half an hour away, there's a parade in the morning and a whole bunch of stuff going on next Saturday. So I'll try to do a live stream, but I can't promise anything right now. So we'll see what happens. That just popped in my head right now, so I thought I'd just relay that information out to you guys. Anyway, how is everyone doing? How is Stingy doing? Welcome back. 2 days in a row. Track record is back on track. And I went to town yesterday. I went to the store. I looked for sausages and I found some. So, Stingy, you're in luck. I got some sausages to showcase for you. We'll look at them in a minute. This is the RabidMining Sunday live stream and food looking at, I don't know, channel. All right, let's do a roll call here, see what's going on, play an ad so you guys can have a break. I'm just kidding, we're not going to hit the ad button, not yet anyway. But we got Andres 23007, the Travelers Travels. What's going on? Fit Nick. Oh no, I almost had a huge epic failure in the form of Fudweiser. Okay. And then what do we got going on? We got Yali. We got Lupin the Target. What's going on? Gamer Kid. What's happening? King Mining. Albert Brettel. What's going on? Hugo Down. Thrust Guard. Bad Cat. What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Nice to see the Sea of Green rolling in. You know, Sea of Green. Obviously, that's not happening in crypto right now, but it'd be nice if it was. Patrick Duncan. I need to think of a voice for Stingy. I don't know. Will this work? Let's try this one.
Stingy has arrived from the dead.
I don't know. Did that work? I'm not sure. Yoshi's here, Lou. What do we got going on here? X64-bit Skirm. Dave Collins, what's going on? I'm just cutting through, trying to. Rud Potts, what's going on, buddy? What's happening over there? You crawl. Oh, I might have butchered that. Quincy Jackson, Quad Spawner, Femin Leathners. I think okay, mentioned. I seen TechMat in there. There he is. Yep, awesome. Michael Smith. Okay, it just jumped on me. I probably butchered somebody. You guys are laughing, so I'm assuming that voice kind of worked. Yashua Walani. Ultric 89, Oofer, Just a Miner, Jarl Grey Bear, John Francis, Alvin, what's going on? Michael Smith, I think I said that, but the crypto farmer. Anyway, hopefully I caught you. You guys can yell at me if I didn't. Now, I see some of you guys may be having issues trying to get into the Discord. I've seen you talking about it. I'm thinking about how to change it. I'm not sure how yet, but I might just look for a simple, click button roll thing. That seems to be majority what a lot of Discord servers are doing now. To me, I find that bots may be able to infiltrate that a little easier than the CAPTCHA. Now, the CAPTCHA, allegedly, it doesn't seem to want to work on mobile. You also got to make sure your settings are allowing you to do that. Some people gave me feedback saying, oh, I had my settings turned off where I wasn't allowed to get DMs. I turned them back on and it was fine. So you may have to leave the server, come back, make sure you do it on a PC, and you should get a DM to fill out that CAPTCHA. Now, you can also try to DM me. You should be able to see me in there. I'll kind of talk to you to make sure you're real, and then I could potentially bypass you if that's what the case may be. But you should get that CAPTCHA. Anyway, we'll try to figure something out to make it, a little bit easier on people. But we'll see what's going on here. Oofer says he picked up 2 1660 supers today. Right on. I still have yet to try a 1660 super. I have yet to try any 6000 series, including the 6600 XT and whatnot. But let's get into Stingy, and see, take a look at these sausages. Boom. Pull this out. So we're moseying on over. Here we are. So I got that covered over there because it's a special surprise to make this a little more Canadian. So right now, I do have some chicken breakfast sausages. They're in the container. They're not cooked right now. Obviously, we kind of slept in. I had to get the stream ready. Didn't have time for that. But to make this even more Canadian, How can you not get more Canadian than this? Maple flavored, prepared in Canada. So we got some maple flavored chicken breakfast sausages. That is 100% Canadian right there. Now all we need to do is dribble some maple syrup over it to make it a little more mapley. With some maple ice cream, you know, just maple it right up. So welcome to the Rabid food channel, guys. We got some maple flavored chicken breakfast sausages. We're going to cook these up and prepare this live on the barbecue for all you guys out there. I don't know. You guys keep talking about this mining thing. I have no idea what you're even referring to. This is a cooking channel. Anyway. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Let me just hit the button here. Let's get back into this. Oh, awesome. So hopefully that we're excited to see that. Oh, here we go. Thank you for the 50, Doc. Wow, it looks so much better than the tired sausages we have here in Norway. Thanks again. Hey, no problem, man. No problem. Sorry I couldn't get them for you yesterday, but we got them for you today. So awesome. Mining sucks. Let's vlog food. Let's do it. Let's vlog some food. I just put up a 25 JazzMiner X4 one used mining farm, mining ETH and the spec mining ETC, I guess. Hope pay the. Oh my gosh, that's insane. 25 JazzMiners. That's awesome. I hope you used my link when you bought those, unless you got them beforehand. But judging by the people who bought, you probably didn't. But you know what I'm getting at. Guys, if you're looking for any mining equipment, be sure to always check my links in the description. It greatly helps out the channel. Rabid's Food Network. Yeah, Rabid's Food Network. Rabid everything. We're taking over everything. Quincy Jackson, what you think about getting 5700 XTs for $390? Which brand are they? Those are definitely not Sapphires, but maybe. I don't know. Like, that's a tough one, honestly. That GPU is starting to get dated, but it's, you know, amazing on Ethereum Classic, although I really find ETC is going to be dominated by ASICs. Unless we hit the next bull run and it sees massive gains, you know, GPUs may be able to come into it. You know, I guess Ravencoin, Kapow algorithms, the 5700 XTs and a lot of AMD cards aren't too bad, but I try to stay away from Kapow as much as I possibly can. It legitly has to be like 10 to 20%, maybe 15% more profitable than any other coin for me to switch over to any Kapow coin. I don't care what it is. Ravencoin, it's a coin that a lot of people talk about and love, but I will not mine Kapow unless I absolutely have to. I can't stress that enough. It is harder on GPUs. It costs so much more power to run, especially if you're swapping a whole farm over. You are going to get nailed by increased fees. On top of, hold on, let's lose here. Thank you, Tyler Looney, for the US $10. Everyone go to Raptorium Ocean to mine ETC and have it automatically converted to Raptorium. Yes, that is something I kind of want to talk about here. Also today, some of you guys may not be aware of this. As we know, I've totally lost what I was just saying about before because now this just came in. Thanks a lot, Tyler Looney, for killing my train of thought, but much appreciated for the 10 US. So anyway, Raptorium Ocean, Raptor Hash. As you guys know, Monero Ocean, it profit switches, you know, various coins and pays you out in XMR, which is Monero. Well, it looks like they're using NIMP, or not NIMP. Yeah, it's NIMP here. No, YIMP with a Y. Y-I-I-M-P. It's kind of like what Zerg and everyone uses for their type of pool. But Raptorium Ocean, or Raptor Hash, I guess the pool is called. But it mines different coins. It's currently in beta, but it's the same concept as Monero Ocean, but it pays you out in Raptorium. So that's actually kind of cool. So you can legitly, profitably, and more efficiently mine with your GPUs and get Raptorium. I know you can use Wild Rig, which broke out across Pulsar, and mine on your GPUs to straight Raptorium on the Ghostwriter algo, but obviously CPUs are just a much more efficient way to go about mining Raptorium other than that. But this gives you a way to point your GPUs at coins and getting paid out in Raptorium. So that's a very interesting concept that they're throwing out, and I think that's pretty cool, especially for the future of Raptorium, converting stuff into Raptorium, smart nodes, yada yada, you know, get on it. But we'll look at that little bit later on here. If you guys remind me, now I might forget. But yeah, Raptorium Ocean is currently in beta, and it is a thing, 100%. Gotta try that out sometime. Kapow, too much power and heat. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Kapow, like, there's a lot of things you gotta think about. Maybe I should do some video sometime here on how to like capitalize in bear market mining, but legitly, like you got to run your power supplies at the peak efficiency. The larger the farm you are, the more you will benefit from it. And just looking at single card numbers, and then as you stack them up, say you have 100 GPUs, it's going to affect you a lot. You could save hundreds of watts by running efficiently. Don't take pure mega hash. I'm still get arguments back and forth. Just the other day in a comment based on one of those older 3060s, which we tested live here, what were we getting? I think we were getting like 47 mega hash, 47.2 mega hash or something on a 3060 for like 99 to 100 watts at the wall. And there's still a lot of people arguing the fact that you're better off getting, you can get 49.5, you can get 50 mega hash on those cards. I know we did those numbers, we seen it, but it's not that efficiently. So there's still a lot of people that think mega hash is all they care about. If you have really cheap power, you know, it doesn't affect you as much. But most residential miners out there, we don't really have cheap power like a lot of these other people who can continue to mine pretty much through anything have. So we really got to watch what we're doing. And moving over to something like Ravencoin for Kapow, or, you know, even Furo with ProgPow, and we got, I guess, Neoxa, or whatever it's called. It's on Kapow now. And these algorithms use a lot more power. It uses a lot more heat. And you're really going to have to adjust. You may need to upgrade to bigger power supplies. You may need to get extra power supplies depending on your farm. If you're running already at a server power supplies at 80 to 90% and you swap over a full rig to Kapow, you may blow that power supply up because you don't even have enough power to run that. So there's going to be a lot of interest. I really think people are going to be melting stuff, causing fires, and blowing things up once Ethereum is gone, because a lot of new miners came in. They don't really realize the effects of different algorithms, and they just turn to something like, all right, I'm good to go. Come back 2 days later, and their house is gone. Ouch. You know, I hope it doesn't get that bad. But you know where I'm coming from, guys. People are going to be melting things. I saw a Reddit post yesterday about people running SATA still. They're still utilizing SATA on a 3090. Someone set up a 3090 rig running SATA to the riser. I was like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely insane. What is going on here? A 5700 XT can pull upwards of 75 to 80 watts just from the riser mining Ravencoin. We've seen this in the past. Bitsby Trippin did a test and showed that in the past as well. So be very, very careful. Just because a PCI Express slot is rated for 75 and it's not allegedly supposed to go above that, it does, and it will melt stuff. So be very, very careful. The massive, what's DJ Mines up to? What are you doing, DJ Mines? What do we got going on here? The massive GPU farms on YouTube run SATA. CryptoLink, I think is his name. Really? What do they mine? Like Ethereum, you can, but I mean, like, if you start swapping over to Kapow, like obviously people with giant mining farms, they obviously know what they're doing, and you can probably get away with it on Ethereum and stuff. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of new miners coming in, and once Ethereum is gone and you start moving to Kapow and stuff, people are going to wreck stuff and melt stuff. I did a video on comparing SATA to Molex to PCI Express, kind of on the power capabilities here. It always comes down, but the weak spot in any of these is always the pins. It's not necessarily the wire. I know a lot of people say you need 16 gauge wire, you need 14 gauge wire, you need 18 gauge wire. There's a lot of different factors that affect that as well. You can legitly run potentially up to 300-400 watts on 14 to 16 gauge PCI Express wire if it's a certain length. The longer distances you go, the less power that you can use. The shorter distances, you can increase that power limits on there. But the weak point of any type of this hardware is in the pins. In SATA, I believe the pins are rated at 52. Now, there are 3 versions of Molex. One of them is only rated at like 24 watts. There's another one around 52, and there's another around, actually, I believe it's like 30s. It's 20 to 30 watts in there is version 1. Version 2 might be around the 52 to 75 watt mark. And there is a third version of Molex, which is over 110, 120 watts, which is fairly close to a standard PCI Express. But there's no information. If you go, I bet you if you go to your ATX power supply and you look up your Molex connectors, it probably won't tell you which pins are being used. It probably, you know, could come from manufacturers. If you buy something used and you plug in your Molex, you could melt it faster than you melt a SATA cable or the pins. Remember, it comes down to the pins, not the cable itself, but the pins may melt. If you see pictures of people melting stuff, there are some wires that actually go, and that could be fake Chinese wires. As you know, some people manufacturers, they label wires as like, say, 14 gauge, 16 gauge, but you're really getting like 18 to 20 gauge because they put so much insulation in the wire, but the wire is super thin and you are actually melting cables that way. But most of the time, the factor is in the pins where things start melting. It just can't handle that power. That's why I'm rooting for Ergo low power. Yeah, Ergo's doing a lot of amazing things. Like we talked about it yesterday with their Ergo decks there. We got Uniswap. Like they're looking like really early Ethereum DeFi right now. Ergo is implementing some great things. They extended the emission program so we can mine. Well, we could always mine Ergo, but they extended it so we can get more Ergo longer over getting rid of all the Ergo within only 7 years from 2019. 7 years later, it would have been all gone. And then it'd only be like vault fees and storage fees and transaction fees after that point. So Ergo's doing some great things. Back to the Uniswap thing we talked about a little bit yesterday. You go to swap like Ethereum into something, you use an NFT and you go to buy something, it's always using Ethereum as the main gas fee. And we know gas fees can get insanely high sometimes on the Ethereum network. Who knows when that'll change when it moves to POS, if it will change or not. It's definitely not going to happen right at the merge. All the merge is going to do for Ethereum is turn off GPU mining. Nothing is going to change on the Ethereum network at all. Then eventually they got to implement sharding, which will be the base plate of people being able to withdraw. I really think Ethereum wants to get sharding everything in place by the time the next bull run hits, because they want people to move Ethereum back and forth by the time the next bull run hits. So I think they're full-fledged. They probably will get the merge done sometime this year. I really think they may, but again, we don't know about those rumors coming into 2025. But I think their main focus is to get the merge in, then they can work on sharding. They already slowly are working on sharding, but they need sharding everything in place by the time the merge, but by the time the next bull run hits, or people won't be able to withdraw and actually use the crypto. But back to the gas fees things, I'm kind of all over the place, guys. This is the way we roll out here. But Ergo now, you can use it's not implemented yet, but you could use any token. So if you swap all your Ergo into, say, Neta, or all your Ergo into Comet, or all your Ergo into whatever other coin on the Ergo DEX, you're like, oh man, now how am I supposed to do this transaction because they have no fees? Well, then you can say, I'm going to add a custom token. I'm going to use some CRO, or I'm going to use some Flux, or I'm going to use, maybe some Ethereum, or I'm going to use whatever other coin. They're going to allow custom coins. I don't know the list on what they're going to allow. It sounds like any coin is the way they want to put this. So pretty much any chain can act as a gas fee, which is pretty cool. And which also means they're kind of doing what Flux is starting to do with their partnerships within, different ecosystems, ADAs and, Cardano and everything. They're trying to, I think, get a little bridge between every crypto out there that's going to be doing their part. So that's going to be pretty sweet. Ergo has huge potential. And on top of that, as miners, yes, it is a very low powered algorithm, and it just less heat, less power used, less consumption. So let's all just hope Ergo goes to the moon. But again, we don't know if it will or not. I really think a lot of these coins like Flux, Ergo, everything else that's currently listed on the main coins that we all talk about and heard about is probably going to take a cycle or two in order to fully, mature to get to the same type of profitability that we're used to seeing on Ethereum. Like, I'm not saying that GPU mining is going to die. Obviously, we need all these coins for these things to even out, but we are going to see probably a lot less profits than we're used to. Example, let's say you have 2 gigahash, you're making maybe $30, $40 a day, $50 a day in the last bull run at the height. Maybe we're doing up to 60 for all I know. But next bull run, say all we have left is, Flux, Ergo, and depending how many miners stay or come back or quit, at the height, we may only see maybe $20 a day on a 2 gigahash farm. So we may see like half the profits that we're used to seeing in the past bull run that went by. So this is something we maybe get into. So that's still profitable. That's still looking really good. I just don't think we're going to get into the massive paydays that we're used to, at least for a few cycles, so these coins really start to explode. And again, it all comes down to how many miners actually quit. Because if we have the same amount of hash rate and miners on the network in the past bull run 2021 coming into 2022 that we do now into the next bull run, there probably won't be a profitable coin without those miners quitting. If we had the same amount, we're probably going to be making like 10 cents per GPU or something. It's going to be pretty insane. Things are definitely changing, but we don't know how it's going to factor in because it really does come down to miners quitting. That's what it's going to take. And it's going to take down the cheap power. It's going to take run as efficiently as you absolutely possibly can. That's crazy. Capture is harder for people than bots. Yeah, that's true. Capture is harder for a lot of people. Actually, you know, capture can trick you because, you know, you see the capital letters, you see that, and sometimes spaces, depending on the capture you're trying to fill out. Sometimes there's a space in there and it wants you to use that space, even though most captures, you know, you just got to put in the letters, capitals, smalls, but some of them are like password specific where it has to be perfect or it won't work. So in theory, you know, that can trick people, and bots can be smarter than people when it comes to some captures, as sad as that is. But you never know. I've been caught on a few captures where I couldn't do it. NFT is just short for JPEG. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, what do we got going on? Do we have any ads? Do we have any questions? I see some ads up here. Mike R, that's why I'm rooting for Ergo, low power draw. Yeah, I'm rooting for Ergo too. I'm fairly bullish on the old Ergo thing. I really hope it does something, but it is still too soon to tell, but hopefully it does something. Do you think if a coin on the Kapow swapped to ETH hash Algo, that it would be good for that coin? I don't really know. It all depends. I don't know. It's hard to say, honestly, because if you start swapping into, say, something like ETH hash, then that opens up the floodgates for more ASICs to hit that coin as well. So then that just increases that, because that just increases that coin's, I guess, difficulty because of it. You're going to need a really high market cap coin that's paying out the miners fairly well if it decides to do that. But at the same time, if a coin's doing good, like, why would it really want to switch? I really can't ever see Ravencoin switching. Its whole point is, you know, what is it? Is the anti-ASIC, the Kapow algorithm. It's been on Kapow for quite some time, and it likes it. So it would be nice to see more efficient algorithms, but at the same time, you know, if you open the floodgates for a lot of these ASICs, obviously ASICs makes more sense, especially in bear markets like right now. Like, we don't know what's going to happen. What if ETC becomes the next ETH? And there's good potential that it could. It originally, thinking about, you know, ETC is the original Ethereum. The devs didn't get along. They had a, you know, UFC brawl, and then they forked, and now we got Ethereum, and now we got Ethereum Classic. But ETC is doing a lot of the same things. They implemented 1559. They got NFTs rolling now. They're pretty much doing all the same type of stuff. So, and also Ethereum Classic is, I believe, the second highest, you know, in terms of GPU miners on coins that GPUs can mine. Now, if you want to count proof of work coins, obviously Bitcoin is top dog up there. But when it comes to GPU mining coins, Ethereum Classic is the second largest coin underneath Ethereum. It has the most potential currently to pay the most to all the miners. Everything else is even a fraction of Ethereum Classic. So right now, those ASICs, the Apollos and everything, they really have a big advantage over GPU miners moving forward after Ethereum, because they are way more efficient than a GPU, and ETC is the next coin that's paying the most to the miner. So we really got to see the other coins start paying more, and by doing that, they're going to need nice big price jumps in order to do so. So we still don't know. We have to wait for the actual bull run to come in and see where will these coins hit in terms of prices to see how much they're actually going to pay out those miners. And my honest opinion, like, I know GPU miners are more flexible, but when it comes to mining, like, think of this as a crypto mining thing only. If a coin has an ASIC available for it, obviously if a coin comes out, like, look at the KD miners. They're extremely profitable. They're still very profitable. They can easily pay for their power, even at this current bear market. We're not at the bottom yet. It's still coming, but they're still very profitable. But most of the main KD miners came out in the peak of the bull run, which means they were super expensive. So if you can find some cheap ASIC miners for some coin in this bear run, then, you know, that might be a good choice over purchasing a GPU for the future, because obviously ASICs, they are built for one purpose, and that is mining crypto. And that's what we do here. We mine crypto, and it's all about profitability. So, you know, you may have to look for the next bull run, at least, other ways to mine this crypto if you want to remain as profitable as possible. But I still think there is a bright future for GPUs. It might just take, you know, a little bit longer than the rest. What do we got going on here? Oh, we got a bunch of ads going on. This is crazy. It's insane. Slurpy, what do you think of a future of ETC and the future of ETC mining? Oh, I think we kind of went through that already as that. So that didn't answer what I thought about it. Then let me know if you want more of an explanation type of thing. But I think I covered that. I think ETC mining has great potential. It's the second largest coin, and it has, you know, a lot of people hate ETC, so it's really hard to say. Oh, you got a chupa chop. Oh, you want me to open this? Hold on, I gotta open up what is it? A chupa chops. I gotta check some. Oh, I shut my camera off. I was gonna show this to Stigi, but I shut it off. We have a little popsicle thing here. Not a popsicle. Oh, I can't even open it. This one's hard as a rock. Uh-oh. You might need a different one. Open sesame. Uh-oh. Guys, I can't open this. I'm failing. You know my unboxing videos. I can't open nothing. Now I'm trying to open this little thing, and it's not working. Okay, I can't do it. She had to go. Anyway, what do we got going on here? Everyone went through that pain. Okay, so we're affected by the Rogers outage like I was. My place was never that cool before. Yeah, how is that Rogers outage? East Coast, you know, Ontario over, a lot of the Rogers stuff. I hear Wi-Fi is supposed to be down longer. Is it still down over there? I wasn't affected over here. I'm on TELUS internet. It didn't affect us. All that affected us on the west end here, at least anyway, is all the debit machines and everything down. But I really, really got to urge, like, wow, Canada is so centralized. Seriously, one entity literally destroyed Canada. Like all of it. Craziness. You have a couple CK light miners running. Nice. I'm trying to hit 3 gigahash before the bear market is done. I hated ETC when it took over 2 weeks for a transfer. Yeah, well, it's not ETC's fault, realistically, that it took that. You want to know whose fault that actually was, that Ethereum Classic went to, you know, over 2 week transactions. It's all of your guys' fault. Now, I'm not saying you guys individually, but I'm saying legitly, I was part of that. I was part of the reason. Red Panda Mining was part of the reason that happened to ETC. And I think this could hurt more coins in the future. Seriously, we kind of preached this a few times, but let's talk about that right now. We have 69 viewers, 36 likes. Be sure to hit that like button, guys. Much appreciated, 100%. But listen to this. I really urge people to stay away from NiceHash and any other mining rig platform out there. You guys are the cause of why ETC is in the situation where they had to expand their withdrawal fees and transfers and everything to 2 weeks, because it kept getting attacked, and it kept getting attacked through platforms like NiceHash. And once Ethereum is gone, there's a lot of feedback of people saying, you know, I'm just going to go to NiceHash, because right now you buy a GPU, you pretty much throw it on Ethereum because it's the most profitable. You look up a video or a blog post, you say, okay, these are settings, they look good. You plug it into wattmeter, all right, looks all right, pretty close to what they're saying. Good to go. Set it and forget it. Mine away. And people don't want to deal with the facts that a lot of us CPU miners, we've been going through for, you know, years already. We swap coins around. We look at things. We look at hash rates. You got to be very active to remain profitable when CPU mining. And that's what GPUs is going to turn into. You're going to have to remain active and look for those low difficulty coins that people don't never heard of. It may be the ultimate crap coin to some people, but it may be making you a lot more money than everyone else looking around Flux and Ergo and stuff at the time when everyone's fighting. So keep these things in mind. And then ultimately, people don't want to do that. You know, the lazy miner wants to go straight over to NiceHash. It'll do its thing for you and get paid out. Now, with that going on here, if too much hash rate moves into NiceHash, what if, you know, some big fancy whale comes in and says, I don't like Ravencoin today. I'm going to attack Ravencoin. I'm going to attack this. I'm going to attack whatever other coins. And then next thing you know, they start getting 2 or 3 attacks a month like ETC did. I was involved in one of those ETC attacks. I had a 2060 KO in a bear market mining on NiceHash, and I was making about $1 something a day. Then one day I was making almost $4 a day on a 2060 KO. I was like, what is going on here? This is insane profits. Awesome. Dagger Hashimoto. Sweet. 2 days later, I find out Ethereum Classic got 51% attacked. And that happened a couple times. Panda did a video about it around the same time. He was involved in the same attacks because I was testing out NiceHash at the time, and I was involved and it was profitable, but we heard it. So I was involved with ETC going to 2 weeks. This is a fix they had to do. They were going to get delisted. Furo went through the same issues. It got attacked a whole bunch of times, and because of it, they almost got delisted, and they wouldn't have been able to do this. So what if, think about this, if everyone, a whole bunch of people move to NiceHash, a lot of people, sounds like they want to because it's easier. Now, what if Ravencoin gets attacked? All these other coins start getting attacked. What if they start getting delisted off exchanges, moving to 2 weeks? That means investors don't want to invest in it. You just killed all these coins because you kept getting them attacked. So the real reason that happened to ETC was because of all of us miners just trying to go to NiceHash because, you know, you thought it was easier. So I try to, you know, encourage people, do your own manual work. This is mining. It's supposed to be a hobby. Yes, it's also profitable. You can run it as a business or whatever, but don't use these mining hash rate platforms because you can hurt this, especially once Ethereum is gone. I think it's going to cause more issues than what it's worth moving forward, especially if a lot of these coins get attacked. Ravencoin is really scared. Honestly, not too many people are talking about this, but remember a few weeks back, Son of a Tech was trying to organize the hash rate migration. We talked about it a little bit. We went to the first one. I didn't even realize the second one was happening, so I wasn't involved with it, or I would have. But Ravencoin, just from that little bit happening right there within the communities, Ravencoin was scared and started telling people, we need more people to start getting nodes up, get nodes up. We need more and more nodes because what if something happens? You know, what if too much hash rate comes here? Now, that was just for that little bit of a hash rate migration on testing things. Now think of what's happening after Ethereum. That is 100,000 times more effective than just a simple, let's move some hash rate together, guys. You know, a couple thousand people. You know, we got tons of people that could do this. So Ravencoin is scared. They're scared something could happen to their network. So I really urge people, stay away from NiceHash if you can help it. You can test it, you can do it, but go to their website. Look at the hash power they have. You can go straight on their website and you can see how much hash power is on each coin currently that you could potentially rent. Let's just go to NiceHash here. No, I don't care about your LHR unlocker, which is kind of funny. I don't know. There's a lot more going on here to this LHR unlocker, especially from NiceHash. But that's for some other topics we'll get into. Let's see here. NiceHash rentals. Like, let's just go here. I want to rent some hash rate. Yeah. Live marketplace. Ether 1 terahash, 1 trillion. Most popular algorithms in the last 24 hours. Okay, I don't want that. Can you guys kind of see what I'm trying to point out here? You guys catching what I'm throwing down? Okay, hash power, pricing, script, yada yada yada. Random X. Compatible pools. I don't know, maybe it's just on this one. Let's just see. Buy hash power, Ethereum. They kind of changed their website because this isn't the one I'm used to. You could pick different regions of where you are. Oh, okay, here it is. So let's just minus this, minus this, minus this, minus this. So here's Dagger hash and Moto hash power. So we got 12, 24, 34, 5, 31. So there's 39 terahash worth of hash rate right here, hanging out on NiceHash that you could rent for Ethereum right now. It's 39 terahash. You know, what do they got worth of, you know, something else? Let's look at, they got Kapow in here. What do they got for Kapow hash rate? Boom. Doesn't look like too much right now. So 0.08, 0.1 terahash. 0.1 points, that's 0.2, 0.3 something, 0.4. So almost 5 tera, almost half a terahash worth of Kapow. Look at that. Almost 0.5. That's right now. And the total network currently hanging out on Ravencoin is only 2.65. So there's only about 2 terahash more than what's hanging on NiceHash. Now remember, think about all these users that could flood something like NiceHash. I think you could really easily get enough to attack these other coins. So keep that in mind, guys. We're already sitting at 0.5 terahash hanging out on NiceHash right now that you could potentially buy. And if a lot of users go to NiceHash, that's some interesting stuff going on right there. Oh, yes, they definitely got to be careful. They could get attacked so easily. Where's what to mine right now? Where's next? So yeah, so they already dropped down to 60 gigahash. That is not much hash rate at all. In theory, if I went to NiceHash right now, I could 200-300% the hash rate. you'd have 90 over 99, 95, 99% of the hash rate. I could attack Neo right now if I had the funds to do so through NiceHash. So Neo is looking at very bad right now. They are very, very, very attackable just right now. And we still have all that hash rate on Ethereum. So really keep an eye out on these things, guys. Next Neo has no security happening right now at all. They are definitely vulnerable. 2 days ago, 3 days ago, when we did that video, they did move up to about 119, 120 gigahash. It looks like they lost 50% of their hash rate just in the last couple days. It looks like a price must have dropped as well, because now it's down to only 44 cents. At 59.60, they were more profitable than Ethereum. So yeah, Neo is very, very within attack scaling right now. So yeah, they better watch out. Tyler Looney, you're 100%. They need to be careful. A while back, NiceHash said they will never have ETC on it. I wonder if you will change that out. They might. They could change it, but that's why they'll never have ETC on it. You know, NiceHash needs to do something. They need to change the way they do it. Now, I know Chump Change canceled the video where he was going to interview NiceHash. I think NiceHash mass emailed a bunch of YouTubers, because I got one too, and they wanted to email me. Now they wanted to email them. This is mostly a NiceHash promotion thing, but realistically, I wanted to do that interview. I don't know who ever got it. Does anyone know who actually interviewed them and who got that or whatever? I don't even know. But I answered them back. Maybe it was just a scam email at the same time, because they never replied after that. After they emailed me, I emailed them back. But those are the main points. Those are all I wanted to ask. I don't care about any of their promotion thing. They want an interview. That's what I wanted to ask. How are you going to prevent 51% attacks? Why should people go to your platform if all your platform is going to be good for after Ethereum is attacking other coins and hurting the other coins? Why? Change my mind. Why should a user use you? Like, these are the questions I wanted to ask them, because I really want to know the answer to this. They got to change the way they do stuff. And it's very, very interesting on this whole situation. I don't care, you know, how profitable they're going to say they can be. I don't care how whatever they say they can be. I don't know don't care how much they promote their BTC payouts or anything. I want to know is how are they going to prevent future attacks on other coins? Because NiceHash, I think, is a big enemy to crypto mining, especially once Ethereum is gone. But that's just my point of view on the whole situation, and that's all I really care about at this point. Anyway, not worth to spend hundreds of dollars just to attack one coin just because you hate it, I think. No, Z-Tech, that's very true, but you got to remember, like, people, I'm not saying it's Elon Musk, but think about it. People with money like Elon Musk, you know, renting, you know, a few terahash and NiceHash for 24 hours a couple times a month, that could be a game to them. It could be a joke. Whales have so much money, they don't know what to do with. This could just be fun for them. You don't even need a point to do it. They can just do it because they can. You got to keep these little things in the back of your mind. There doesn't even have to be a reason or anything to do anything. If I was, you know, a multi-billionaire walking around and said, you know what, I'm bored today. Ravencoin, whatever. I never really liked you. You're on Kapow. I don't like Kapow. I've been telling you guys I don't like Kapow. I'm going to hack every Kapow coin just because I can. You know, that could be a thing. Like, you got to keep in mind, it's not all about, you know, profitability here. I'm only doing this because that. Why would someone do that because of this? Everybody has different reasoning for everything. You really got to open up your mind and think outside the box, not just about why would I do this? This doesn't make sense. It makes more sense to people. It could just be fun for all we know. Like, keep these things in mind, guys. It's very easily. We could always make our own NiceHash, but make it switch coins. You know, that's very true too. We could always make our own NiceHash. I don't know how we do that, but we could. Like, you know, there's also a very interesting scenario going on about decentralization, people flooding pools. Now, obviously pools won't want to, but there's been talk about people limiting miners to pools. So think about it. Once Ethereum's gone, you get, you know, a ton of hash, 80% of hash rate, like we do see on Raptorium Flex Pool, 79 to 80% all the time. But, you know, pools could potentially, to help with decentralization, start limiting miners. That's kind of what Nexa did at first, because they weren't initially anticipating this. But that was the first time we actually ever seen it done, is, you know, 1,000 miners only. That's it. And then, you know, as more miners wanted and got busy, they started opening that up to more people. But what if mining pools start limiting pools? What if there's a waiting list to get on pools to keep hash rate below a certain level across that? These are things we could see, so that we can't see, you know, so that certain aspects can't control so much. But will it happen? I really don't think so, but you know, the possibilities are always there. Sounds like Z-Pool or Zerg-Pool. I sold my Neo on the pump, flipped to 550. We'll probably buy back soon. Oh, awesome. Nice. You know, that's another thing too. Like, I know a lot of people hodl. It's all about the hodling, but seriously, you're not making anything if you're not selling. You're going to hodl for the rest of your life and never sell? What if, like, you know, you could have a heart attack tomorrow for all we know. We don't know what's going to go on in the world. Like, use these things to your advantage. We know crypto runs in these cycles. I mentioned yesterday, 2025, I'm selling everything. If I see the booms going up on everything, I'm selling everything. The farm. And, oh, a very interesting thing I popped in my mind yesterday, and it came after this. So let's have a look here and see if you guys see what I'm kind of getting at here. Let's look at, actually, you know what? That won't even matter right now because Ethereum will be gone. So it don't matter. I was going to look in the DAG size files, and as we know, coins keep going up. Actually, we could use that on ETC. I don't know. I'm actually kind of curious now. Let's just look at Ethereum DAG size. I want to see some things. Do they have Raven coin and everything on here? I am actually, okay, yeah, Raven. What are we at? We're at 3.5. So let's just say 6. So 2027. Okay. Raven coin. Now we know ETC 6. January 2032. So ETC will be good, but remember, this could be ASIC, very ASIC heavy. Now I want to see, is Ergo on here? Ergo. Okay, here's Ergo. Oh, it's only at 2, so you have a lot of time here. Oh, 6K. It's coming pretty quick, 2028. So, you know, this is very thing. So, do you guys kind of see where I'm getting at? I was putting in 6 gigabytes to see what the data is on all that. And let me know in the chat right now what you guys, if you guys know what I'm thinking. Some of you guys probably do. Think about this. Anybody? I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Is the chat really slow or no one wants to talk to me? What's going on here? What's going on? Yo, my motherboard, I have 9 PCI slots, I have 6 GPUs. Can I put Razer randomly? Oh, can you put Riser randomly? Yo, my motherboard has 9 PCI Express slots and I have 6 GPUs. Can I put Riser randomly? Yeah, you can do that. And risers you can split. You can use a splitter between 2. So 1 PCI Express can run 2 risers just fine. Just don't be looping them all before. Okay, so no one sees what I'm going on here. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks outside the box here. I'm not only am I going to be selling all my crypto in 2025, I'm probably going to sell all my GPUs. All of them. Every single last GPU. And you're probably like, what? Why would you sell your GPUs? Did you not just see what I was looking at? Look at most of the 3000 series, like the 3060 Ti's, 3070s, you know, A2000s and everything, they're 6 gigabytes. 2025 is the next bull run. 2028 is the 6 gigabyte. 2 years later, we're going to be in the middle of a bear market. That means all your GPUs are going to be worthless at this point. We saw the same thing on ETC and then Ravencoin as well. They're not going to make it past the next one. Prices go up in the next bull run. Guys, next bull run, you got to sell your farms and everything when the prices are high. Depending, GPU mining might not even be as popular next time because we were talking about this. But it is time to maybe start upgrading those GPUs to higher DAG sizes for, you know, ETC, Ergo, Ravencoin, and stuff like that. So 2025, guys, is probably a time, sell all your crypto, sell all your GPUs at even all the 3, unless, you know, obviously if it's 6 gigabytes or less, 2025, sell the farm, guys. Sell the farm. Oh, our 3060 Ti's, they might be 8 gigabytes. I gotta look that up now. I'm not sure. You might make it longer. Let's see here. Oh, 3080 is 10. Let's take a look. 3070. Oh, Ti is 8. Where is 3050? Oh, yeah, they all might be 8 because we got a 3050 coming in at 8 gigabytes. So 3060 Ti's might be good. 20, okay, it's 2060. So it's a 2000 series that you should sell if you're holding on to them. Okay. Correction, not the 3000 series, but A2000s, 2000 series, and everything. They're all 6. These are 8. So 3060s and everything, they're good 8. So you do have until, you know, Ergo 8 gigabytes is 2030. So right at the bull run, pretty much 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right before it. So 2029. So you will have a chance to sell off your 8 gigabyte cards in 2029, which would be the bull run just before this. We'll be falling slowly into the bear market. We might have high prices around 2030, so you might just make it. But at the same time, you got to think about this. If we're moving all these coins at 8 gigabytes, people aren't going to want to buy them at this point in time because they're going to run out within a year or so. So it still might be 2025 might be the best time to sell all your GPUs because, you know, these things are coming. It's just like 4 gigabyte cards when Ethereum was moving to that DEG size. People weren't really buying them anymore because it was about to hit that DEG size. So keep that in mind. So it might even be for 8 gigabyte cards. 2025 may be the time to sell. Remember, if you save all that money and you rock into the bear market, you can easily quadruple everything. Like you can quadruple, like say you have, I don't know, 4 gigahash right now. If you were to sell, if you were to sold that 4 gigahash worth of GPUs and mining farm in 2021 at the peak, you probably, and you wait till about next year, you could probably have 8 or 9 gigahash for the same price that you sold that 4 gigahash for. So, you know, 2025 may be the time to sell everything and then just, you know, double or triple your farm moving into the 5, 6, 7, 8, the 2029 bull run. So yeah, I don't know, just different ways to look at things. Think outside the box. 2025, I think it is time to probably sell everything GPU related for me on top of all my crypto. Make that and then just wait for the cycle, buy back in at the bottom and wait for that cycle to do its thing. This happens every single time. This is normal. We're not at the bottom yet. I really think Bitcoin is going to hit $10,000 to $15,000 somewhere around November, December of this year. So the bottom has not yet came. Stingy, thank you again for the 20 knock. Rabid, do you know where I can purchase RTM? Raptorium, yes. Trade Ogre has RTM. Let's just find out. I like Trade Ogre for a lot of things. Number one, it's non-KYC. Do a lot of trading through there. But yeah, I believe Raptorium is on Trade Ogre. Right, Raptorium it has a BTC pairing. So yeah, there's a BTC pairing of Raptorium hanging out on Trade Ogre, and that's where I was usually swapping my XMR. Like when I was using Monero Ocean, I would take my XMR, swap to here, swap my Monero into Bitcoin, then my Bitcoin into Raptorium, and then send my Raptorium to the smart node that way when Monero Ocean was the most profitable. Now, I don't know. I haven't tried Monero Ocean for quite some time, but I am trying it out. But if you have a point on the 6 gigabyte, ASICs will fall off ETC. That is very true too. No, yeah, for sure. ASICs are going to fall off ETC at the 6 gigabyte limit around the same time. What was that? 2032? 2032-ish or something. But unlike an ASIC, it's not going to really have resale value ever. So they're going to mine until they're absolutely gone. So you can't mine on it no more. You mine on it. That's, you know, the purpose of the ASIC. Use it till it's dead and then, you know, throw it in the garbage. That's the ASIC life. But a GPU, capitalize on it while you have the chance. I really think 2025 is optimal time to sell every GPU you got and then lead into the bear market and then pick up and double, quadruple your farm at that point. So, you know, it's a very interesting way to look at these comp sets. But I really think if the bull run happens, which it looks like it will in 2025, then we're really going to see, you know, a chance to pretty much cash everything you got out. But not financial advice, guys. You guys do your own thing. I'm just telling you what I'm looking at and really thinking about doing myself. It doesn't mean you guys do it. Make your own decisions, get all the right information, and just do whatever you guys feel is right at the time. What do we got going on? Sell everything to I just said I'm selling. I didn't say I was buying. What are you talking about? But I will take a bunch of your guys' CPUs. I'll do that. I'll take CPUs, guys. Have you mined Yenten yet? No. Actually, yes, I have. I mined it for 1 or 2 days. But it's still not an exchange, so I don't want to waste any power mining Yenten when I can't sell it. So no, I mined it for 1 day. I don't know how many coins I got. I haven't even opened my wallet since. I probably have weeks of blockchain downloading to do. And yeah, I'm waiting for it until it's on the exchange so I can actually see how profitable it is. Because I got to be able to pay my power. I do use my crypto to pay for my power. Yes, power is too. RTM and VVS all dove down last few months and are cheap. Yeah, Raptorium still has active development. Oh, Raptorium has huge development going on. Like I said, speaking of that, let's go look at the Raptorium Ocean thing now. Where is it? Do I have it anywhere? Uh-oh. Where's my Raptorium Ocean? It's not there. Where's Raptorium Ocean? I lost it. There we go. Raptor hash. Boom. So this is based off NIMP. NIMP, I believe it's called, which is the same as that. It's early beta testing right now. It looks like they have Ergo, Ethereum Classic, and Raptorium currently. So it's early beta, so keep in mind what it's saying here isn't entirely true. It kind of makes it sound like all the payouts payouts will only be made in that coin's currency. So obviously it sounds like if you mine ETC, you're getting paid out in ETC. That's not the case. There's a lot of work going on here, but anything you mine is like Monero Ocean. You mine it and it pays you out in Raptorium. So obviously you'll be getting quite a bit of Raptorium right now, throwing your Apollo miners onto, say, Ethereum Classic or something, right? You got those Apollo minis. You can get paid on Raptorium with them. I think Raptorium could be a nice safe hold moving into the next bull run and stuff. What if it hits 10 cents? What if it hits 15 or 20 cents? I'm looking at least $100,000 if we hit 20 cents or something. That's insane. Got quite a bit there, so I really hope it pumps. I'm not saying it will, but you know, they also have that video game. We're talking about Neo and stuff getting implemented in Roblox. You know, it's a modded map. You do this. We got it in Rust currently. It's just a mod. These are mods. They're not fully game implemented. There are games that are fully implemented. There are some Ethereum games out there. There's some Metaspace out there where fully implemented games, and it's getting a lot of traction. Now remember, Raptorium is fully fledging an NFT MMO, 100% built in with the whole Raptorium blockchain. Now, if the game dumps or flops, obviously, you know, it might not be that good, but if it does something good, gamers spend billions of dollars yearly in games like League of Legends, in games like World of Warcraft for buying gold or something, even though that's just a subscription base, or even think about like Perfect World and stuff. Billions of dollars get spent on these games. Imagine if their game takes off. That is a lot of money flowing into the Raptorium blockchain. But again, we're all up in the air. That game is probably at least 7 to 8, 9 years away. I really hope it takes that long too, to be honest, because it needs to be done right. I don't want a 2-year fast track game. Okay, this sucks. I'm not playing it. But I really do plan on trying it out at least, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, this is Raptor hash based kind of like Monero Ocean, but it's, you know, Raptorium Ocean. You mine these coins eventually. I don't know if the profit switching is activated as yet. Obviously with an Apollo, you won't be able to swap from, you know, Ethereum Classic to Ergo or to Raptorium or anything. But if you're on a GPU, once that implemented, you could probably, you know, set up whatever it is. Because I have it. I don't see like algo switching type of thing here, but this is the idea. It's early beta. More coins are going to get added. This is just testing phases right now, but yeah, it's just like Monero Ocean. You mine these coins, you get paid out in your Raptorium. Okay, what do we got going on here? Pearl Rival, I don't see this cycle being the same. When ETH is gone, GPU profits will be non-existent. The hope for price discovery amongst the rest of the coins is like playing the lottery. No, Pearl Rival, you're very true. Now, as the whole crypto market, the cycles are the same. But yes, I agree with what you're saying there. And that's one thing I'm trying to point out. Like, I know a lot of people buy GPUs. It's going to be profitable. It's going to be awesome. You know what? I mean, I seem to be like the only one being on there, and I always say do your own research, listen to other views, and I seem to be the only one with this view. So I guess I am on the other side. I'm like the opposition to everyone else. I'm the opposition of the parliament. Say, hey, but what about this and what about this, and that doesn't look good. Maybe you shouldn't be buying these, and yada yada yada. So, you know, if I'm bringing that info into helping some people out making decisions, you know, I'm doing my job. I'm really look at every aspect of everything, and I really do think once Ethereum is gone, GPU mining is changing forever, which I kind of showed you guys earlier. Like, it could still remain profitable, but the bottom line remains into massive price jumps in the coins, which I really do think it's going to take a cycle or two, which means, you know, 2 years to the next bull run. So that cycle, and then another 4 years after. So 6 years till these coins mature to be as profitable as what we're used to seeing in the past bull run. So like, you know, like I said, 2-3 gigahash farm, maybe you're making $50-$60 a day. You may only be at like 10 to 15 at the height of the next bull run on the same amount of cards and everything. So this is kind of how I'm looking at it. It's not going to be as profitable, but it's still going to be profitable, but it's still not going to be no 6-month ROIs. We're really going to start looking into crypto as a 3 to 5 year ROI type of investment in terms of new hardware coming in. But again, we don't know how much these coins will pump, and we don't know how many miners are going to fall off. It's really going to come down to efficiency. It's going to come down to a lot of miners quitting and how many miners actually start coming back once the next bull run starts to come into play. Like we see miners fall off even at the height of the bull run when a 3090 was making like, I don't know, $14 a day and it dropped down to $9 a day. There were people complaining about that and quit mining, or they at least said they quit mining. They probably didn't, but there are people that, you know, the slightest drop like that, they quit. And then obviously there's people, depending on your power price, they'll go right down to 50, 40 cents before they decide, oh, and then other people, they'll mine in the red for a couple months, hoping for it to come back up again. So there is different factors on how people mine and when they mine, hoping for something to come in. So, you know, it just depends how many miners quit and moving into future price gains in the future. But yes, I do think GPU mining may potentially be one of the least profitable ways to mine moving into the next bull run, because these other coins do need time to mature. But that's just my point of view on this. And I really hope 100% I'm wrong. And if GPU mining gets extremely profitable again, I have no issue saying, okay, guys, I was wrong. At least it's back up. This is good news for us. But just do your research and look around, because the way the numbers are looking right now, it definitely looks bad. But yeah, that's it. End of discussion. I'm just kidding. What is it? How easily can DApp switch to ETC from ETH Rabid, since there's, I don't really know real time mining. That's a good question. The blockchains are pretty much, they are fairly identical. You're right. So it could be an easy switch. Very easy switch. Now remember, dApps, like Ethereum started this whole thing. I like to use the mentality, and this does actually help out other coins, this mentality. Now think about it. Ethereum started DeFi. Everything started on the Ethereum ecosystems, and now it seems like it's the new normal. Just like how the internet started a while back. You got Alta Vista, Yahoo web browsers, all these things. You have to search, use a different type of browser depending what you're looking for. Something you would find on Yahoo might not show up on a different coin or on a different search, or you'd have to use Alta Vista because it searched a different part of the web and you may get hits on whatever you're looking for. So Ethereum kind of brought everything into that. And then Google comes around on the internet. Now you can just use Google and search everywhere, right? So Google comes in there. So Ethereum is like early internet where everyone started doing all this, but now it seems like everybody, DeFi, NFTs, it's everywhere now. It's like the new normal to have on a chain. So Ethereum isn't doing anything differently anymore other than costing everyone too much money to use their darn chain. But now look, we have Ergo coming in. We have Ergo custom tokens. So there's a huge potential for these coins to do great and explode like we saw in Ethereum. So there is a lot of hope for that, and a lot of hope for us as GPU miners for these coins to do so. I just really hope it happens. But again, right now, at the current data and everything that we have, things will look a lot differently. But we still don't know. We still have absolutely no idea how the future will play out. Whew. Yeah. So anyway, 1 million. There's only 1 million neta left already. Oh my gosh, I wanted to get back in there. I needed some of that neta. I gotta look into. Has that neta angels came into play yet? Do we still have neta angels happening? But yeah, I don't know. What do we got here? So buy the Google, which is BTC. What is this? Box fan. Bosk is a valued member of this community who also embraces social media business more than any other channel. Yeah, he is definitely business oriented. He's very smart in the business aspects. I wish I had a lot more into the whole business aspect of the social media thing. He's way into there. That's 100%. But yeah, you know, a lot of people, I hear a lot about Voscoin. A lot of people like them. A lot of people don't like them. I like them. I like Voscoin personally myself. Did you guys see his GPU mining video when he was interviewing with the Furo guy as well as Ogata girl there? That was an amazing video that if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend everyone to watch. It's pretty much along the lines what I say all the time. Like, these other coins cannot support the miners as much as you want to have your heads in the clouds, the current state that they're in, even in the last bull run. Like, obviously we know every coin's going to hit up, but if Ethereum wasn't here and we had the same amount of miners in the last bull run at the absolute height, all those coins would have still been pretty much red. You might have made 5 cents, like 5 to 10 cents, legitly, depending on your power price. If it was, you know, 6 cents or less. That's how bad things are probably going to get if we have the same amount of hash rate. and the prices hit the previous all-time highs, obviously we expect the coins to go higher than previous all-time highs, but it's really going to change. And he pretty much went over this and they explained it, and it's very interesting, and I think it's a lot of good info. I can't remember what that thing is called though, that video, but it was a great one. I think it was something like proof of work needs to fix this, or we need to fix proof of work, or something like that. I don't know what it was called, but it was a really good video. Are you based in Canada? Yes, I am in Canada. I'm in Alberta. I'm in Alberta. Does videos about Canada food and hot dogs, but he's based in Antarctica. Oh yeah, welcome to the Rabid Food Channel. I'm from Antarctica. It's nice and cool here, so I can support mining. Crazy. You just give for each coin the most. Yeah, that's another thing too. Get your most efficient GPU, throw it on whatever is the most efficient, makes the most for it. Obviously, but the way it sits right now, most of them are, Ethereum. It's currently still the best coin for most of these things. Anyway, speaking of that, 80 cents after power, Ethereum must have went up a little bit. Well, I didn't even look into anything I wanted to look at. Like, we wanted to check out GPU prices. Here's mining rigs for sale in my local area. Let's see what they're going for right now. Mining rigs. Oh, we got some CPUs here. Asus Rogue Strix 2060 triple fan, $360. Okay. 1650, 3050, Feta cooling, yeah. Crypto mining rig. There's not much here for mining rigs, and the ones that are here, look at that. 6 NVIDIA RTX 3080s GPU mining rig, $22,000. This guy has not got the memo yet. Non-LHR. Nothing's LHR anymore. Well, maybe some are, but you know what I mean. Oh my gosh. 22,000. Somebody needs to get that guy the memo. Someone email that guy right now. Say, yo, buddy. Oh, look at all these OCTOMINER cases. Ethereum F mining rig farm, 450 mega hash, loaded up with, oh my gosh, RX. He bought a bunch of OCTOMINERs for 480s, 570s, 580s, and 590s. I feel bad for that guy. I feel so sad. Okay, anyway. So mining rigs are definitely no cheaper, at least in my area. Let's check out some 3060 Ti. What's a 3060 Ti going for these days? Sell. Post. Is it searching? What's going on? Computer accessories. Engage. Oh, speaking of that, so when I got all those CPUs set up, it started getting really hot. Those CPUs give out a lot more heat than my GPUs did. When I was in town yesterday, I got this box fan. It's a 20-inch. I can't remember the brand. Something electric. No, it's not General Electric like the appliances, but something electric. I can't remember. But it's a 7,000 CFM freaking 20-inch fan. It's not a box fan. It's a normal floor fan. And that thing, oh my gosh, it's insane. I was like 40 degrees Celsius in the basement here. I put that thing in for an hour. It dropped it down to 28 degrees. And I could feel, like, as you put it as an exhaust, you can feel the air from the other windows just suck into the house. That thing is insane. 7,000 CFM, 20-inch box fan. I paid 50 Canadian dollars for it. 50 bucks. That's like what, 30 bucks in the US? I don't know. That fan is amazing. It uses about 140 watts or something. But, it's not bad. But yeah, it's, oh my gosh, does it move air like crazy? And it's fairly quiet too. It's kind of cool. But yeah, I got a fan. I put it in the window, and oh my gosh, it cooled everything right down. Nothing's throttling anymore. 3090s Founders Edition was throttling down to 109 mega hash. I still have some pads I got to put on that thing. I'll do that eventually. But yeah, it's no longer throttling just from throwing in the fan. So that was sweet. That's RabidMining. LHR is still a big deal. There has been some testing down with shares at the pool, and LHR is a lot less than non-LHR for the same card at the same hash rate. LHR is a lot less than... Oh, interesting. That's very interesting, Retro Mike. Yeah, I wasn't aware that maybe the shares are different. I don't know. I cannot confirm or deny that, I guess. But I can confirm my little one. She's on... she has a 3060. It's doing 47 mega hash on Flex Pool, and it is saying average the 24-hour average is like 46.5. So it's legitly sending the shares on that LHR card as a non-LHR. We have it set at 47, so that's interesting. But yeah, I don't know. It could all depend. It could depend on miners you're using. I don't know. Or the pool. It could depend on the pool. Speaking of which, I'm almost done my LOL miner test, and I can confirm I am sending more shares than what T-Rex was sending on my GPU. So I'll get some more information on that soon. But yeah, I'm like an extra, I don't know, an extra 40 or 50 mega hash on the last 24 hours compared to using T-Rex. So that's actually pretty sweet. So, you know, bigger your farm, you might be up an extra 100, 200 mega hash depending on the size of your farm just from simply swapping over a miner, guys. Awesomeness. Anyway, let's take a look at this. NVIDIA 3060 Ti 550. These are all like MSRP. That's slightly under 30 Ti KO non-HR. Slightly under. They're not really down too much. So obviously, when do I think GPUs will be at the optimal price range? That's not right now. I still don't recommend anyone to buy GPUs. I don't recommend anyone to buy GPUs until we actually know what's going on for the next bull run and how many miners we do see fall off the network. That's what I really want to see. I wouldn't buy anything until Ethereum is gone and we see kind of what's going on here. But with that being said, Ethereum will be gone. GPUs will flood the network. And I really, because we're talking about 2024, late 2024, mid 2025 will be the bull run, but we'll start seeing prices come up. I really think probably the end of 2023 to the middle of 2024 would be the optimal time to be purchasing all your GPUs and everything else, because Ethereum will most likely be gone by then. You never know. It might not be. It could be the end of 2024 and they're still saying, guys, 3 more months. We're almost there. We are so close. POS is coming, guys. But we're still moving into 2025. 3 more month delays for the next 2 years. We don't know. That could be a thing. Will it be? I highly doubt it, but it's a possibility. So anyway, carrying on here. So I really think, though, say Ethereum ends sometime this year. We have about a year with no Ethereum mining. We have the bottom still coming into play. A lot of miners quit and things start balancing out. Hardware on, all the fighting back and forth between not being able to sell it. Oh, I had this thing listed for 6 months. Nobody wants it. I'm going to drop the price some more. And then you look and other people are dropping. Then it becomes the fighting wars are over. 2023 to mid 2024, I think will be the optimal time where all the price gouging and everyone realizes that crypto mining is dead. And, you know, that's what people are saying. We're not saying it's dying, but this is what people and blogs and everyone will be saying. It's dead. So that's when hardware will be very, very cheap. And that's when you start picking these up and slowly ramping up into the next run. So that's my 2 cents on the whole situation. I'd hold up and wait. I sent you something that is happening on Monero Ocean in your Discord DM. Something's happening on Monero Ocean, or something in Monero in general. I know Monero plans on doing a DeFi thing. One thing also I'm kind of pumped about, like, I know I get so many comments on people. What are you mining on those CPUs? CPU mining is not profitable. CPU mining is dead. How can you ever mine on a CPU? Yada, yada, yada. You know, the story never ends. But I just kind of chuckle. I laugh. I talk to myself in the back of my head. If you only knew. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, one thing that CPU mining has that GPU mining doesn't is a lot of the biggest privacy coins out there, and people are moving more and more into a privacy aspect. Web 3, Web 5, whatever you want to call it, in whatever direction it goes, it's moving into a more of a controlling your data type of environment. What XMR could be a major player here. Haven is a stable coin established through XMR as well. Haven could be a player. A lot of these CPU coins and more coins are coming out, more and more CPU mine. We are slowly seeing a switch to where coins want to be CPU mineable. So yeah, I don't know, but I really think if more and more privacy takes off, we're going to see a lot more demand for CPU mineable coins, because most of them are in that privacy based aspect and sector of the whole cryptocurrency space. Also, on top of that, like, crypto started on a CPU, guys. If Bitcoin wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a CPU. Obviously, it evolved and went to a GPU, now ASICs, but we know where we're getting at here. Anyway, okay, what do we got going on? Okay, sent you. You know what? Let's check out this DM right quick. I want to see what you're speaking about here. I'm scrolling over here. going over here. Let's see what you're saying. What is going on Monero? Oh, the double payment. I can't see it. Oh my gosh. You gotta shrink down the screen, scroll up more. This is what is going on. Oh, your double payment thing. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that a while ago. So where are we at here? We're scrolling back up. So the Andre 23007, he was on Monero Ocean. He got a double payment. Double payment. So yeah, he mined an X amount and they paid him that amount twice. So he got lucky there. That's what happened on Monero Ocean recently. So double it up. That's awesome. But yeah, Satoshi never meant for the coin to be on other things than CPU. Others added that later. Yeah, that's very good, true, Tech Man. But yeah, I'm really pro CPU mining. I love CPU mining. It's amazing, and you know it's a little different. It takes a little more tweaking. There's other aspects you got to tweak, but it's cool. OCT will be the energy cost peak. Get those generators ready so your food won't spoil. If I had something a little more efficient, I would definitely be mining XMR. CPU Bitcoin will be Monero. Raptorium will be like ETH on CPU. The original Bitcoin is CPU mining. Yeah, see, look, there's a lot of you CPU miners out there. Awesome. Nice to see you all. So many people just hate on CPUs. It's crazy. But, like, you know, I hope 2025 comes. I'll be like, you know what? I tried to tell you guys, tried to warn you guys, but too bad my CPU is making about quadruple of what your GPU is. Sad times, but that's probably going to be the truth moving into the future. But, again, I cannot confirm that yet. CPUs who think it's not profitable are about 10 months out of date. Yeah, definitely 10 months out of date. People have a hard time to understand that Bitcoin has value. There are some hard people who believe Bitcoin is worth zero, so it's hard to talk about. You're very right there, but remember, I kind of brought this up the other day, and I was like, you know what? Rogers was out yesterday, or yeah, yes, 2 days ago now. Rogers was out. No one could use their debit cards. People couldn't buy stuff. They had to get cash, go places. Some of them couldn't withdraw out of their debit card to even get cash. So it was mostly just credit anyway. And I just rolled in. I went up to my app and I said, okay, I'm going to take this amount of Ethereum. I'm going to take a little bit of Flux. I'm going to take a little bit of my Raven coin, swap that all into my Visa card, and I'm going to buy stuff with my crypto. And I bought groceries, I bought gas, and I bought some other stuff utilizing my crypto. Bitcoin was also one of them. So yeah, no use case. Well, I just beat the banking system by utilizing cryptocurrencies. While everyone else was having a hard time, I did not. Anyway, so that's that. By the way, is the CPU mining calculator working? It should be. Last I checked, it was. It all depends on the coin and everything else. I wonder what Bitcoin will do if stagflation will happen. What the heck is stagflation? Or is that like a slang for something? I don't even know. Fill me in. Fill me in, guys. Anybody need a pee break? We're going to run a quick ad so I can have a drink of water. For those of you guys on premium, I am still here and you can hear me and you're not getting an ad. And some of you guys might not even know. I don't even know how this whole operation works, but I don't even know if it's doing anything, honestly. I don't see any increase in revenue whatsoever. So it probably just makes most of you guys leave. Inflation with stag. All right, Rabid, at what power can I CPU mine profitably? I don't really know. It all depends how you run your CPU there, Hugo Hom. Everyone has a different way to mine it. Now, myself, personally, I'm all about efficiency. I run it 3.6 to 3.8, 0.95 to about 1 volts. It also depends on the algorithm, the coin you're mining. Like example, when Pulsar was able to, well, before GPUs hit Pulsar, I could get all the way up to like 3.9, almost 4 gigahash. That's still 0.95 to 0.97 volts. It's a super efficient CPU algorithm. It's only utilizing like maybe 91 watts, complete system. And it was making quite a bit a day. Obviously, now we got these GPUs hitting the network. it's not looking too hot for CPUs anymore. And then CPUs just the same day had a huge hash rate bonus. Like we're doing 92 kilohash or something. It shot up to like 250, 260 kilohash. So it's like, wow, CPU just got a big boost from the latest SRB miner, but then GPUs dropped it. Now GPUs are hitting 5 to 10 mega hash a GPU versus a 5950X doing like 250 kilohash. Obviously, you can't compete, but does sound like they are going to be going ahead with a hard fork, and it will go back to CPU mining. Its original intent was always to be on a CPU. So GPU miners, if you're on Pulsar, it will end sometime soon. I just don't know when. I don't know what algorithm they're going to fork to, if they're still going to utilize curve hash, but change it up a little bit. I don't know what they're doing, but they will hard fork, and it will be back to CPU mineable only. I don't know how it's going to come in. But yeah, it all comes down to how you run it. Like XMP profile with your RAM. Like when it comes to gaming, I know we watch tech channels, tech shows, and we come to gaming. You know, Ryzen CPUs benefit from the RAM speeds, the RAM you're using, overclocking your RAM, DRAM calculator, all this stuff. But when it comes to CPU mining, a lot of the coins, your RAM doesn't affect it. You can go from CL14 all the way up to CL18 RAM, and it doesn't change your hash rate on some coins. Some coins you do see slight increases and decreases, going from 3600 megahertz down to stock 2400. Every coin is different, but most of them you don't really notice a difference. And when you do notice a difference, one is you're using a lot more power and you're getting very minimal increases in your hash rate to make up that power, making it less efficient than, you know, running it without even overclocking any of your RAM and keeping it down. You're running at a higher hash to watt ratio. And then on top of that, you're overclocking your CPU, pulling it out of that base range CPU range and putting it into that boost range. Now, example, 3900X is base clock is like 3 point whatever up to 3.8. Now it can boost up to 4.5, 4.6, but anything above that 3.8 is going into the boost clock zones. And if you're running an all-core overclock into that boost range above the base clock, you start burning more and more power, making it less and less efficient. On top of that, you need more and more expensive motherboards to run that CPU, and then you need bigger coolers to keep it cool. So you're losing hash to watt, you're burning more power, and it costs more money to build your rig. Run efficient, guys. Highest hash to watt ratio. Eliminate as much of that power bill as you possibly can. You can buy cheaper hardware to run that CPU, and it runs just fine. So there's a whole bunch of different factors that involve it. Yes? You want to say hi? Okay, say hi.
Hi.
There you go. Do what you need. Pretty soon. Scrappy, where are we at here? Yes, ETC had lots coming. What's the question? I'm trying to scroll up. Really, Hugo? SC. What's my answer to what? I think good and solo mine on Hush Pool. Who's bullish on ETC? I'm bullish on ETC. I am bullish on ETC. I really hope it does something great. It's still too soon to tell, but you know, if ETC goes up, obviously these Apollo miners, the Jazz miners, all these ASIC miners are going to be extremely profitable because they hardly use any power. Like they're very efficient when they mine ETC. So I am bullish on ETC because I really want it to go up because those miners will do very well on it. Is she still mining? Yes, she is still mining. She still got her 3060. I don't even know what she's at now. She got her 3060 hanging out on Ethereum. She's about a day or two away from her next payout. Gets like one payout a week of 0.05 or something like that. I don't know, 50, 60 USD a month. That's what she's making on that 3060. And then she has, I don't know, 15, 20,000 Raptorium. I can't remember, a couple thousand Raven coins she has. I can't remember what coin she all has in her wallet that she's been moving her rigs around to. Does she pay power costs? No, she pays 0 power costs. I pay the power costs. She has free power. She's only 7. Oh. Oh, crazy. There's a separate page on. Can you review the Apollo G1 Mini. The grid miner. I don't know. I can try. I'm supposed to be getting in the ETC Classic Plus. That's the only ETC miner I haven't had. It's been sitting in customs in Edmonton, which is like an hour away from me, for a week and a half. And they will not declare it to me. They won't let me. They say I have to drive in there and pick it up and do all this stuff. I don't know if they're trying to set me up for something or what. I have no idea what's going on, but it's so weird. It's through FedEx and they just will not clear it. I sent them in all the documents. Then they say, you know, you got this sent to you. You have to come in. You cannot declare stuff without. They want proof of purchase and all these things. And Belay Mining was it Belay for that? No, that Classic Plus is through Jingle Mining. And they send them all the documents. They send it to me. I keep going to them. And they will not release it out of customs. So I don't know what's going on with that. I may never get to test that one out. But I can try to get my hands on a grid miner. I don't know if I'll be able to or not, but I'll see. I'll check it out. When 10% of coins do more than your coin, you know you're holding a dead coin. That's very true. But Hugo Hom, the comments answered for you. Saved up around 1,000. What should I buy? It's crap. The mini has no memory. There you go. The mini has no memory. LOL, I'm making over $1 a day with a G1 mini. Nice, nice. I'm sold mine. Speaking of the minis here, where is yeah, so I'm still hanging out here. I better refresh this, see how up to date this is. Maybe we just hit a block. No, I'm at 54%. I have not hit a block. I was on Flexpool and I was smashing out blocks like crazy. I come to Wooly Pooly here to actually do some solo mining. I hit one block like 2 days after I went on it. And it was an uncle. So I only got whatever this is. What is it worth? What's an uncle ETC block? 0.0767. So not very much. So I've been on it for, I don't know, I guess it's only been like 12 days now since I hit that uncle. So it's not too bad. We're only at 54%. So if we hit a block, we'd still be lucky. But oh my gosh, on Flexpool, I hit 3 blocks within like 2 weeks. And now I'm just hanging out here. So hopefully this block comes in. Remember, it's extremely luck-based. But to ROI this miner, I need 2 blocks a month for only 2 months. So in theory, 4 blocks solo mining. And I wait to the next bull run. This miner, if I sell the ETC in the next bull run, it hits at least what it hit in the last bull run. This miner will be ROI. 9 ETC is ROI for this miner. So we need 9 ETC. That's my goal. I could shut it off in theory, and it's paid for. I just wait till 2025, sell that ETC. Miner is ROI in 2 months, in theory, as long as I hit 2 blocks. Hey, RabidMining, been watching your videos on the ETC for the V1 Mini. Have you heard of DPR VPN mining? Hey, Jason, guess what? You're in luck. Yes, I have, because I'm mining that actually right now. Watch. Let's check it out. Sometimes I forget about it. Let's just jump into the good old Deeper Connect here. I got one of these bad boys all set up and mining away. I haven't checked on it for a while, so it may be down and broken. So let's go to mining here. Let's check out my wallet balance. So yeah, I'm at 100. Oh, you guys can't even see what's going on in this situation. Oh, go to this one. All right. So I'm at 151.12 of a balance. My credit score is up to 133. I started with 100 because I did stake the minimum requirement to just start mining right away. I swapped, I don't know what I swapped over. Probably Ethereum. I swapped Ethereum into a lot of different coins so I could get into a lot of different things to test with. So that's where a lot of my Ethereum has been going. So I staked up some of this so I can begin mining it right away. And where's my transactions? We can see I am, yeah, about 273 a day. That's what I'm getting. I don't know what the price of DPN currently is. So let's just have a look. DPN price. DPN. Where's CoinGecko? CoinGecko, where are you? Don't disappoint me now. DPN price. CoinGecko. I don't know what's going on. Why can't I find it? Deeper network price. Okay. Canadian. I'll swap that to USD. How much was I getting? So about 2.73 a day. Obviously, that's like, what, 5 cents? 2.73. What am I doing? 2.73 in today's market is 2 cents. 2 cents a day I'm getting it. But, oh, it just had a big crash. Awesome. If we look back at the all times here, so look, this thing has had a decent price in the past of 24 cents. 28 cents. And it doesn't use any power. Zero power usage, make maybe 5 to 10 watts. It's an enterprise. It's allegedly an enterprise grade network security. It masks your entire network. And then, so it says. But yeah, it also mines away. And I have it mining. It's just on when my internet's on. If you have your internet on, you could be getting legitimately paid for having your internet on. So yeah, I'm doing that. And if it goes up, it goes up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just another thing I am trying out in the whole crypto space. But yeah, there's that. Let's start a mining pool with ETC. You want to start an ETC mining pool? I've been looking into someone. Like, I really wanted to start my own NIMP style. Like, we saw Raptor Ocean, what Zerg pool is and stuff. It's a NIMP is what it runs. I really want to start like my own mining pool, but I really know. I like those multi-algorithm type of things where you can do stuff and swap and get paid out and whatever, put whatever coin in there. I really think to stay profitable once Ethereum is actually gone until the next bull run anyway, I really think the coins to mine to stay profitable are not listed here. All these coins you see here, I don't think any of these main coins, because everyone knows about what to mine. Everyone knows that these coins, they see every YouTuber and stuff talking about Ravencoin, Ergo, Flux, Conflux. This is what everyone's going to be trying. They're going to come here. Okay, I'm going to go to that one. I'm going to go to that one. I'm going to go to that one. Well, RabidMining is not on any of these coins. I am probably going to be somewhere else looking either at the bottom of this list or, like I said, it's not even on this list, mining something that nobody has ever heard of, or mining something that nobody cares about, or thinking, that's the ultimate crappiest coin you could ever want to mine. That's what I'll probably be mining. Why? Because you guys think all that and there's no difficulty on it, and I'm getting so many coins a day, I'll just convert that into Bitcoin or something else, and I'm making a lot more money because you guys don't want to mine it. Everyone else can fight all they want on what to mine here. I'll be in the background, keeping my cool and remaining profitable. But I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but that's really how I foresee it. I really think people are going to be fighting over the next go-to coin, Ergo, Flux, and stuff. And there's a lot of unnamed coins out there that are probably going to remain and keep you profitable. What can turn off torrent sharing too? Yeah, you can turn off torrent sharing and all sorts of stuff. You don't have to mine if you don't want to. You do got to do certain things and upgrade it. And I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going in with that little DPN dude. Proxy server for solo mining. Yeah. I used to run a YIMP pool. It's very easy to set up here. Oh, really? Retro Mike? Nice. See, that's the other issue though. Like, I don't know what you need, like, hosting wise, because I definitely have to rent something or something. I was talking to Yeti. He said he might get something up for me, but then I haven't heard back from him in quite some time. So I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, I really think it'd be cool to have like our own RabidMining community type of mining pool with multi coins for us all just to mine together. I think it'd be sweet, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm also like, I don't know. Any of you guys writers? Like, as you know, like, I look at the crypto prices here. I got my YouTube channel videos here. I got my merch store and everything. This is all on my website, rabidmining.com. And I do the odd blog posts, which you can kind of see through here. But I don't have time to do all this stuff all the time, every single day. It's crazy trying to do YouTube videos, hang out with the family, set stuff up, update the website, update blog posts, try to keep up to date on information. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm just trying to do as much as I can to get through this bear market because it's absolutely insane. Like, views and everything is down. Sometimes you can't even pay the power bill. I got to sell like most of my crypto. But is anybody a writer? Anybody a good writer or likes writing or anything? Like, maybe I could, I have a writer help me out and we can just, one post a week or something, 1 or 2 posts on some crypto news and stuff. We'll get you set up on the website, try and advance the website a bit more. And then I guess, depending on how the website and stuff does, I can look into the view range and statistics and somehow throw a cut of whatever comes out of there to you. But yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at different various ways to expand and get more crypto knowledge out to everybody. And one of them is through the blog right here, rabidmining.com. Check it out if you don't know about it. That's where the CPU mining calculator is as well. And yeah, good stuff like that. Helium, yes. I love helium. I don't know why. Everyone says that helium mining is so bad. And then finally, I'm a lone wolf, middle of nowhere. I got a helium miner. I was making 0, 0, 0, 0. And then I got another helium miner. I set it up at least 300 meters away. I've been racking in anywhere from 79 cents to $3 every single day now for no power. That, in theory, if you really want to say, you know, it sucks or something, that's more than what any of your GPUs is currently making. Like, we just looked at what to mine. What is a 3070 making right now? 80 cents. So I'm making 79 to over $1 every single day for the past week or so. And it's not using fraction of the power. So I think that's pretty good. And if helium pumps, it pumps. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But really, like, we have this network outage. Now, I do believe, you know, with the 5G that's coming out, we have the networks. They're going to be switching stuff up. But they still need the original, what is it, LODA chain to run, because it's a set data spring. The 5G is going to do different things. They're going to be doing different things. But I really hope the future of helium, they really can compete against these telecom communications, because realistically, like with the web 3 and 5 coming in, with the helium data center or data transferring going on, if everything commingles with each other, we can truly get a decentralized world out there where we don't have to pay these stupid prices to, you know, Rogers for shutting down the country for a day and stuff like that. Like, you know, I really see I think there's a bright future, but, you know, we all just have to believe there's a big bright future into it. Anyway, it's still too soon for this. It may not even happen in our lifetime, but I think I am bullish on helium. I will admit I am. Okay, anyway. Retro Mike, you just need to run a full node for each coin with a wallet and then run the web UI and Stratum server. I've ran one on a mini PC with 8 coins and it was fine just using an Atom CPU. Interesting, but what about the bandwidth and stuff needed? What's the bandwidth and stuff needed? Oh yeah, DJ Mines has a helium miner on eBay for 199 USD, guys. If anyone's looking for a fairly cheap helium miner, that's actually a good deal there. Check it out. Check out DJ Mines' ad. He's selling one. I'd buy it, but I'm running out of spots to put more. I need to find someone else in a different hexagon, certain distance away. I don't know anybody in that side of town, so it wouldn't really benefit me. Well, actually, you know, maybe I could make it work. I don't know. I got to figure something out. Sorry, not sure if I missed it earlier. Jason, oh, missed what? What are you talking about? What I meant? I currently have 200 credit. If I max the level, I'll be making 5 a day with 3K Canadian investment. I was debating if I should do DPR or get 2 mini Classic Plus for about $4 profit a day and also 3K capped. You currently have 200 credit. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I got to look into DPR, so I can't really comment on that. And the whole other side, when it comes to the mini miners and stuff, that's also a gamble right now because it does come down to Ethereum Classic ultimately pumping up. I really do think it's going to pump up, but it comes down to, you know, hash rate. After Ethereum, we have all the ASICs are potentially, or at least most of them, not all of them yet, because some will need that don't have firmware upgrades yet, but we may have a lot of hash rate coming in. But, you know, if ETC does do something that's really a big gamble, do you plan on ETC doing it? If you really believe ETC is going to go up fairly high next run, then I believe the mini miners are probably the better way to go about it. And if you can get it in soon before Ethereum even goes to POS, you can capitalize as much as possible. Right now, well, we have these lower type of difficulties. And I know what you're thinking, what low difficulty? What are you talking about? Mining's crazy. On all the other coins right now, we're at a very low difficulty on what is going to be after Ethereum is gone. We're sitting at like super spec mining difficulty levels right now, where we're making so many coins compared to what we're going to make later on. But, you know, that's the way I look at it. Right now, I don't know much about the DPR and the extra staking rewards, but I do know that if it's ETC pumps, the mini miners may be a better choice. But again, DPR or DPN could pump as well, which I just looked at, you know, 23 cents. That's ultimately over 10x of what it currently is. So that's a nice pump moving up as well. Okay, what do we got? Battery, solar, and miner in a box. Hide it in a tree. And if anybody is looking for any of these type of little Apollo miners or any miner at all, I do have various links in the description. Be sure to smash one before purchasing stuff. DJ, keep it. They're going to sell a 5G part to hook it up to MNTD. They're going to link them up to 5G as well. That's interesting because I know everything went to the light mode and now they're going to make everything a 5G mode. That's interesting. But again, remember guys, I know that, what is it? The HN57. I can't remember what that last hard. Everyone seems to be in a huge uproar, but, and all they look at is the graph. Now the graph I looked at, oh, I wish I could find it now. Anybody have a link to that? Any mods in the channel have a link to that whole helium thing? Because I think there's a lot of misinterpretation of that whole whatever's going on. Helium, low ran antennas, helium, not the Explorer. What's it called? HP, was it? HP something. Helium rewards change. I think it's because I don't, the rewards aren't, they're changing, but they aren't at the same time. HIP 55, is that it? What's that HIP called, guys? I cannot find top secret to maximizing, helium wards increasing, no documentation. What is that HIP called? Oh man, I can't find it. Anybody know that HIP name? Could we look at the graph? It's 51, HIP 51, HIP 51. Helium 51 update, don't sell your miner. See, look at more people. What is HIP? Done Deo issue GitHub. HIP 51. Where's the one with the chart? Is this the one with the chart? Yeah, right here. Okay, so like I don't know, I missed a lot of the videos people talk about, so I don't really know what other people are saying. All I know is there's a lot of information coming out how this is going to be horrible. So as you can see, you look at this chart. Now the way I gather it, people think, you know, this is going to be the 5G side in this, but this chart here, all it's really showing is how it's going to increase everything. So right now LPO1 is only sitting at 1.2%. That's this amount right here. Now this is discoverability of the future. This isn't how much profits it's only going to, it's not saying we're all, the current network, which is LOT here, is only going to get 1.2%. That's not what this is saying. This is saying that with these other upgrades, we have the potential to see this much more expansion in terms of extra Wi-Fi, BPN, and a lot of cellular service and everything coming into this. And they're going to be changing the coin. So let's kind of look at this. So you're still going to be getting, you know, decent rewards on your whatever the original is right now, the LODA. Let me check my enterprise grade miner here. LoRa, there. The LoRa, it says LoRa on it. It has fancy digital lights on all the networks and what it's doing right now, so it's kind of cool. But so the LoRa network is going to get its own token, which can be swapped into it. And each different grade is going to be doing a different thing. They all talk to each other, and they're all needed within the ecosystem for helium to do its thing. So people thinking, oh, we need 5G because the other ones are going to be pointless and not worth mining on, isn't really the facts that I see going on here. They all need each other to operate within the helium ecosystem. And this chart isn't a profitability chart of the percentages that it's going to be, split around to. It's just a chart that is showing you how much more potential helium can expand into. As you know, they want to compete with telecom communications. If they could take 88.9% of the cellular customers and stuff, that'd be insane. We wouldn't have phone outages. What if you could set up a hotspot outside your window and have free cell phone service? Like, this is major deals moving on. But let's take a look. So HP 51 was passed in June 2022. An implementation timeline, and you guys can't see that. Maybe this one. Let's try that one. No, still bad. That one. No, horrible. All my buttons are not working. HIP will be implemented in 3 phases. Phase 1, Q2 2022, which is, I guess, where we're sitting at right now. The mobile token is scheduled to be issued on the Helium blockchain, and 5G hotspots will begin mining tokens. So the 5Gs are going to be getting this mobile token, if it looks at things. August 1st, 2022, the IoT token is scheduled to be issued on the Helium blockchain on the 3rd anniversary of the Helium network. Existing LoRa, the LoRaWAN hotspots, which is all the original miners, which are now all light miners. You don't have to download any blockchain information to them anymore. They're constantly all synced up and everything. No SD card issues. That's all fixed. According to all Emirates cool spots, which will switch from mining HNT to IoT. HIPs 51, 52, and 53 will be implemented fully, and the Helium network will migrate to an existing layer 1 blockchain. How will this affect the current hotspots? So existing LoRa hotspots, including all Emirates cool spots, will continue to mine HNT until phase 2 of HIP 51. After this date, LoRa hotspots will earn IoT, so they're doing a token swap on these original Helium miners to an IoT, a token backed by HNT that is specific to the network protocol, which means it's what the scheduled purpose of this coin. So you could be making, depending on the value, it could still be making, you know, say it's, you know, half the worth of what one HNT is, but you could still be making, so say you make 2 IoT, but that still equals maybe 1 HNT or something like that. Like, it'll swap into it. We don't know what the value of it and stuff's going to be, but it's just getting its own token, which can be swapped right back into HNT if that's what you want to be. So IoT is created on its own emissions and having schedule as defined by HIP 52, and the value of these tokens will be determined by network usage. To be clear, IoT isn't going anywhere. So they're original miners. Nothing is going. They're not changing. They're not killing it off. They're not getting rid of it. It's still remaining the same way it is. Helium is just opening itself up to additional network protocols. HNT will soon be associated with much more than just LOT, increasing tokens utility and therefore implied value. So, like, I don't really see anything negative here other than, you know, it's switching to a different token, which we don't know how it's going to perform. But we do need all these networks in order to perform because they're all going to be doing different things. One is going to be a cellular thing. One's a data transfer. One is doing this. So I don't know. I really got to look into this because, like I said, I'm fairly new to Helium, but I really do think there's a lot of misinformation flying around. And a lot of it's just, we're going to lose profitability. It's not worth it and it's horrible. But I do think there's a huge potential for this network. I think the world really needs something like this, especially if it remains decentralized. On the other side of it, if they do start competing with telecom communication companies in Canada here, you know, you got Bell, Rogers, TELUS, and so on in the States. You got like what, Verizon and AT&T and stuff. But if they really do start competing with these companies will probably most likely try to buy them out. They're not want people messing around with them. Obviously, people can start paying better fees because look, we just took over the Helium network, yada, yada, yada. But if they can overwhelm that as much as these telecom communication companies want to pay out, they can bypass that and we truly can get a decentralized data unit out there into the world. I think this is huge just for the world in general. Like, I know the big argument when it comes to crypto mining is, what if the government shuts off your internet? You know, centralized companies, Rogers, Eastern Canada, they have no internet. You can't mine, can't validate transactions. What if one day, you know, all the world leaders got together and said, kill the internet. There's no more crypto. That's how we end it. So if we have something like this and it's able to produce Wi-Fi hotspots, internet, and stuff like that, they can't shut it down. So we definitely need things like this to happen. I just don't know how it's going to happen and what all the full phase plans are here. But anyway, that's just that. HNT is not all that. No one hears the negative and thrive on hopium. Yeah, the TELUS Bell Rangers cartel needs to end. Yeah, for sure. I really think they do. Really, Rick, they changed it so they didn't look so terrible rewards wise for people smoking beers. I agree. I like ETC and Helium, but they both take patience. Yeah, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Like I said, I don't know much about Helium. I don't know much about this. I got to look more into all this stuff. But right now, I really think it's a lot of just scared reactions going on because something's changing. I just got my Helium miners, and to me, it's looking good on my aspect. But, you know, we just have to wait and see. And as I get more information, as things change, you know, I'll just be like, hey, you know what? This is good. This happened. Or, you know, this is horrible. They shouldn't have done this. It's bad. Now it's horrible. But for me, currently, right now, it's not looking too bad for me. Question is when the bull run begins again. I believe the bull run is in 2025. Let's just do a quick BTC analysis of this situation. If you haven't, where is it? Where is it? Oh man, is it gone? It disappeared. Next. Engage. Not engaging. Oh man. Celsius, this, yada yada. Right here. So if you haven't seen this video, I urge you guys to check it out. Buckle up. The price of Bitcoin will be wild. So I kind of go through everything here of when the next bull run will be, when the low might be, what the low could look like, and when to kind of expect it. So if that's some information for you, I highly urge you guys to check that out because I think there's a lot of information there. But we'll do a quick, fast sum up here and we'll see. So Bitcoin price, we're going to go to that. We're going to go to no, not CoinDesk. I don't like you. Get off. No, not. We're going to go CoinMarketCap for this situation here. We're going to come into here. All right, let's take a quick look at this, guys. We're going to go to all. Here's what our current charts are looking like. So we're going to go back in time. We're going to revert back. Now, you can't notice it right now because it's pretty small. See this little blip right here? This is, this is a big bull run right here. You wouldn't think so, but it is, legitly. That's actually a big bull run. So we're going to rewind to it a little bit. So let's go back in time. Yeah, so it's looking a lot bigger now. Let's check this out. This is 2013, guys. 2013. And price of Bitcoin going into it was $132. I know what you're thinking. I wish I had some money to buy Bitcoin back then. We all wish that. We wished it even before this. But we go from $132, wrapping right up to about, $1,151. So this is slightly over a 10x bull run on Bitcoin. That's insane. You hit this and all of a sudden, boom, it drops, crashes, burns, nothing. Oh my gosh, we're all losing our money. We're going broke. This is garbage. Why did we do this? Yada, yada, yada. Same, all that stuff repeats. Let's fast forward. We're going to rip on into 2017 here, which is when a lot of crypto really started getting noticed. Look at the difference here though. 2013 to 2017. Bam, little tiny thing to, our big spike. 2017 was a huge bull run for a lot of us. So we're going into 2017 here. Here we are, 2017. Leading into it, we were down to, $1,000. Pump up to 19,000. So we about pretty much 19x right here. We went 10x to 19x. Bam. Huge explosion. A lot of people heard about Bitcoin at this day and time. And then ultimately it crashed. Now we come into here. Well, next bull run, the two peaks both happened in 2021. See there? 2021, 2021. We can revert back. Let's take a look at this. 2013, guys. 4 years later, 2017. 4 years later, 2021. And then again, 4 years later, 2025 will be the next bull run based on historical things that have happened. So you asked the question of when the next bull run will happen. It's going to happen in 2025. Best time to buy your mining hardware is just before the bull run because everyone lost hope in crypto at that point in time. And we're sitting at the end of 2023, mid 2024. That's when your hardware will be the absolute cheapest, I think. All the price gouge will be over. And that's when you do pick up more hardware to lead into this point in time. So there we got it. So it's definitely a cycle. Now, in that video, I went into it more. And something that people don't really realize, the all-time high to the all-time low in every single one. Now, we don't know this one for sure because it hasn't happened yet, but we have not hit the low yet. But in 2013 and 2017, from the all-time high to the all-time low, it was within one or 2 months of 1 year apart to hit that absolute bottom. And on top of that, what else is also weird is it was 80 to 84% from the all-time high to the all-time low, which I go through in that video of predicting when the bottom will hit in this one this year and what that bottom will be. And we are looking somewhere between November and January, end of this year, start of next year, for that bottom to hit. And we are also looking at a range of, it'll be about 14,000 based on like 82% or something of a drop. But we can guess, just to give a range, 10 to 15,000 looks like a bottom price range of of what we can expect to see that in USD terms. So that's really what I think. The end of this year, we're going to see a bottom. And I know we've been seeing upward spirals and stuff. And this all happened before. This is nothing new. I know the feds are doing this. This is happening there. And I always say, guys, who cares what media is telling you? Who cares what the federal government is telling you? Ignore it all. Every time they come up with a new excuse why it's different this time. It's not different. It's a cycle. It's doing the exact same thing. Who cares what mainstream media is being paid to tell you? They just don't want you to get into this anymore. But look at this. We're moving in. So there was the low right here. If we look in a little bit of part of it, we're seeing an uphill swing again. And this is in around January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Look at that. 7th. See the spike? We're July. Right now, this month of the downward swing, we've seen crypto prices come back up again. Look at this. July. We see crypto prices coming up again in July. In this past in 2015, which is after that last bull run. And then we fast forward here a little bit. And what happens at actually, that was the wrong one. That was a year later. Sorry, guys. I'm failing. So we're still going to look at July here. Where are we at? Where are we at? So here was the bottom. Bam. Okay, we got to find. Oop, oop, oop. Here we go. Here we go. I had the wrong chart there. So here we are coming into July. We're seeing this same upward trend. See, within here, this is actually June-ish to July, but we're coming up. But look what happens at the end of the year. Bam, bottom hits right here. Spike of flow comes in. Something happens. Who knows? Chinese New Year, whatever it wants to be, it crashes. Now let's go into the 2017 one. Hopefully I have the charts at the right dates here. Let's scroll back down into here. There is the low right there. So we're just going to get in nice and close. And we can see these uphill swings. And look where we're at here. Again, 2018, which is right after the bull run of 2017. We're coming in July, midsummer. We see the spike in crypto coming up again. And look what happens later on in the year. Crash down to our all-time low. And then we go sideways and back up. And here we are again. Moving in. We've seen this little uphill swing. And here we are. July. Let's just get in there sooner. Look at this. These are starting to look fairly familiar here. Look at July. We're picking uphill again in July, getting a little swing of things, and then we don't see the end of the year yet. But I really do think end of the year, we will see the crash down to the absolute bottom and then slowly start building up. So kind of an idea here of how this is working. As much as you want to say it's different this time, it has done everything almost exactly the same in the past. So I really don't think anything is different this time. But that's just me. RabidMining made his predictions. He's not like some other channels that pre-record all possibilities and play the one that matches the most. Yeah, no, I'm going on the same number. I've been saying this for like 6 months now. Even when Bitcoin was bouncing at the 40 to 45,000 mark, and people are like, oh, it's not going to break through, too much support. Like, looking at history, obviously we went broke right through that by now. And I've been saying this for a very long time. And this is just how I see things. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And that's why I'm saying, do your own research, do your best guesses, analyze anything the way you can, get all the information from real trading channels. But this is just based on the history is what I see happening in the future. And we've always been learned from school and like elementary school, learn from history so we can fix the future. And this is what history is telling us. So that's just what I'm basing it on. I'm not changing a single thing. And if I'm wrong, I'll just say, you know what? I'm wrong. We went through this multiple times. So yeah, thank you for pointing that out. I'm not changing anything based on the market. Your prediction, see, his prediction is 9.5, which is a very viable option. That's pretty close to what I think, 10 to 15. If it drops a little lower, it drops a little lower. If it doesn't quite hit that, it doesn't quite hit that. But I really don't think the bottom has come yet. And that's, you know, the main thing we got to think of. Oh, anyway, how's everybody doing out there? We've been here for quite, oh my gosh, it's been a couple hours. So I guess we should wrap this Sunday live stream up. It's enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. I appreciate everybody for showing up to this live stream. I will see you all on the next one. Rabid out.